makes sense is to just start it up and listen and see.
Yeah, we can do that.
Does that make?
We're going to get it warmed up anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to contain it little bits?
I can, well, yeah, or I can put them on if you have a paper towel or something. And then, do you have, I could use the screwdriver, or if you have,
What do you have to?
I want to measure the floor levels, so anything like a stick this or something. So what you've got here is a 55 F9, which is pretty standard for idle jet. And it looks like an F16, which I expected for emulsion.
So is that an F16?
Yeah, for emulsion tube. And it looks like an 80 for air correction jet, which seems small to me. And the main, it's going to be only get to 5, so it's about 25. But that's a pretty rich setup. This is my first reaction.
Okay.
Because I measure from the top of the cover,
Okay.
so it really doesn't matter. See if you can see the fuel. To do that, I'm going to use a little sort of an old mechanical trick. So I'm going to take these covers off,
Is that too big? No.
and these covers are where the bleed holes are for the main circuit.
Okay.
So the main circuit comes down and it drops down through here, and then the mixture comes across and under these caps. But you can see that there's 3 holes drilled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shine light up the throat. Okay, and you can see light coming through those holes, orifices.
So what's the aim here? To
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the idle set screw, which is over here.
yeah.
I can reach it.
No.
So the goal here is, I want to turn this until I actually see a butterfly come across one of those holes.
Okay. Yeah. I see it. The top hole. It's just come across. Oh, they're fully open.
There's nowhere near, right?
Yeah.
So that means this butterfly is not in the same position
Is that one?
as this one. I'm going to actually use
Oh,
the balance screw.
Okay.
There we go.
That's about half now.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Okay. So the idle is now going to be set up pretty high at the moment.
Okay.
So usually what I'll do is I'll back off the screw. Now I've got the balance pretty close, or it should be very, very close, enough that if you use a vacuum gauge, you probably won't see any much difference.
Okay, so that's the mechanical tuning, and there's only that one idle screw because of the lever there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I see it.
So it's always on the. So when you look at this, the carburetors, you have the clevis here, and then you have the blade in between with the spring screw. So you set it with the one that's in between.
Yeah.
That's your main carburetor, because then you can adjust the one with the clevis with the balance screw.
Okay.
Okay. So that's also the reason why this carburetor, the rear one, is the one that has the idle speed screw, and the Ford one does not.
Yeah.
Set the idle speed to about 1500 or so.
Is that typical for this sort of engine?
Well, that'll be just for the tuning for it,
Okay.
to get the mixture right.
Okay. And what will be the ultimate idle speed?
Ultimate, we'll try to get it down to around 1,000 or a little less.
Okay, yeah, that's more.
So I'm just going to crudely set them at 1.5 turns from full stop. Go ahead. Max.
Motorcraft 100. First.
So Rob, just to recap what we did here, I set the idle speed at around 1,500.
Okay.
To start with.
Yeah.
I set all the idle mixture screws at
1.5 out.
1.5 out. So screwed them all the way down, screwed them out 1.5. Then we restarted the car, and it seemed like it was stumbling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I went one by one, cylinder by cylinder. I screwed it down some more. You could hear the stumbling go up, down, or it stumbled more.
Mm-hmm.
RPMs dropped a little bit. So then I started unscrewing and making the mixture richer.
Yeah. And
got to about 1 3/4 screw turns out, and that's when the RPM seemed to lift.
Okay. On
each cylinder, about the same,
Okay, so they're all 1 3/4.
At one point, you heard where the RPMs, after I did like 2 or 3 cylinders,
Mm-hmm.
the RPMs had gone up to over 2,000.
Okay.
So then I lowered again the RPMs back down to 1,500, and then finished it off.
Okay.
The other two cylinders.
Okay. Do you think the ligatures are binding at all?
I don't know what it is, but you can see that it's not dropping back down, and then when I lower the idle speed, it dips way down to the point where it's going to stall. I am a little concerned that this arm right here is rubbing against the spring, and I don't know if that's creating enough bind or friction that it's not allowing it to. I don't know.
We're being a little bit too gentle for something that does. Do you think?
It feels freer.
Yeah. It's way better
compared to what it was doing before. We could feel it binding.
Okay.
You want to try firing it up and let's see what it does? We might have to set the idle speed again.
Yeah. Do you want to give it some gas?
Yep. certainly revs freely.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the engine sounds nice. I think it sounds healthy.